We discussed about the state of the body. Means it's one topic is the rest and another topic is the motion. I think everybody know about the rest. So I give the definition as like means and for the simplification method. So as like suppose if you take the board is in a rest position. I taken this example. And for the motion, suppose aeroplane is flying as like otherwise ball is moving, football or whatever also. Okay, so as like I taken the general examples. Yes, if you apply the same thing in your life, suppose you are sitting in suppose you can take one table is at a rest position. Suppose you're walking on the road, then you are in a motion position. So if you apply as like, then the topic will be very easy. But if you go only the definition wise, means taking the textbook and reading the definition, it's a little bit hard to remember. Okay, and one more topic also we discussed in our previous class, that is the distance and displacement. So distance is the distance traveled throughout the path, and the displacement, the shortest distance between the initial position to the final position. Okay. So the variation, if you understand, then it is very easy for us to learn the next topic. So next topic is it is also in a similar way, means both are in a similar. So one is a speed, one is a velocity. So before going for this topic, if you know the distance and displacement, if you know this, means if you understand this topic, then the next topic is very easy one. Okay, so my dear children, everybody open your textbook and once revise that what I taught in the previous session. Okay, we'll go for the topic. Yeah, the difference between the speed and velocity. Now we are going to learn. So speed, the distance traveled by a body in a unit time is called speed. See here, unit time means time is we are taking in a certain particular one. Okay, so then SI units is meters per second. Meters per second. So meter per second, we can write this meter second inverse as like also we can write. And CGS units are the centimeters per second. So centimeter second inverse also we can write. Okay. If you go for the velocity, so distance traveled by a body in a particular direction. See here the direction is an important one. Okay. So that we can say in another manner, the displacement in a unit time is called velocity. So try to understand the concept. Here we are taking the speed is a scalar one. Means if you take one ant may go, see as like also. Okay, from here to here. If we come for the velocity, how? Suppose same one, but we'll take initial to final, which is the shortest distance, that one we will take. So that is a displacement. Okay, so and here the direction is a important one. We must and should know the direction. Here in the speed, we don't need to know. We don't need to means which direction we don't know. Suppose a bird is flying with a 60 kilometers per hour. In which direction we don't know. But when we come for the velocity, we must and should know that, and that one we will consider. Okay, so the distance traveled by a body in a unit time is called the speed. Suppose if I take the pen, suppose think that this is one small car. Suppose if it is moving as like in a particular time period, suppose in a 1 minute, if it travels the 10 meters. Okay, so then so here there is no condition. It may go as like also. Okay, but in a velocity, when we are taking the velocity, suppose and I taken from here to here. Okay, this distance means this distance total we will calculate. when we come for the velocity, here the displacement only will take, means initial to final, which is the shortest one. Means as like we take in here, so that shortest distance means that is called the displacement. Here we will take the displacement. So these two things everybody must ensure, recognize and remember. Here SI unit is a meter per second, same. So you may write as like also. CGS is a centimeters per second, so centimeter per second. If you come for the means for the calculation part, if you come here the speed, that's a distance by the time, total distance by the time. So then we will get the speed. Okay. Suppose one example I will take. I am moving from the Karimnagar to Hyderabad. Okay, with some speed. Okay, that total distance is 160 kilometers, and time taken is 3 hours. So then, if we take total distance is 160 and time is hours, 3 hours, and then if we calculate, then we will get the speed. Suppose for the generalized, means for an example, if I take as like distance is 100 kilometers, time taken is 2 hours. Okay, so then 100 by 2, there is a 50, means each hour I travel the 50. Means is it an exact? It is not an exact, but it is a generalized. Okay. If we come here, it's a different. It's a displacement. Displacement is how like we'll take particular, we'll take the direction also, and the time also. Okay, remember that. I'll give the better example about in the next. So speed and velocity. So everybody remember the distance traveled by your body in a unit time is called the speed. The velocity, the distance traveled by your body in a particular direction. So that is displacement of a unit time is called the velocity. Yeah, here I take in one situation that, so find the speed and velocity for the following the given here. Okay, here the two cases. One is one car. So one car is traveled in this path and reach it to the destination of the B. Okay, this is the first case. And if take one toy and so one bike, so but it taken A to B in this direction, and finally it reach it to the B. Here first we want to analyze. So and time. So time they taken as here that's 2 seconds. Now A to B, here that's 22 meters, and in this path it's 14 meters. So first one I can take as a distance. So distance that is equals to 22 meters, and here this is displacement. (14 meters). Now we have to find out further speed and velocity. Already we know the principle. That's a speed equals to, so distance by time. If you go for the velocity, that is displacement by time. Now I want to substitute the value so that here distance is, we know that is 22 meter, and time is 2, that is 2 ones are 2, 11s are, so 11 meters per second, because I taken here the distance in the meter and time in the seconds. Okay, if you go for here, that's a displacement. This 14 meter by time is the same 2, so then it is 7 meters per second. We may write as like 7 as like here 11 meters per second. I think got the difference between the speed and the velocity. Dear children, got an idea? Yes, sir? Distance by time, then we will get the speed. Displacement by the time, we will get the velocity. Okay? So, this A to B, if we go this line, this is called the distance because direction is changing. There is no particular direction. But displacement means A to B, it's a straight line, and direction. Suppose if we take A to B, means arrow mark is as like we know the direction. Suppose this side is the east side, means that side is the west. Suppose this side is the east side, this side is the west side. So west to east. So particularly we know that direction. So then if we know the direction particularly, so then it is a displacement. So speed equals to distance by time, velocity equals to displacement by time. Okay. Yeah. If we come for the next topic, that is uniform speed and uniform velocity. If a body is moving with a uniform speed, means how it will be? If it covers an equal distance in the equal intervals. Equal distance in the equal intervals. So then it is called a uniform speed. See here is the distance from this bar to this 1 meter in the 2 seconds. Here from to here 1 meter in the 2 seconds. Here to here 1 meter in the 2 seconds. Here to here also 1 meter in the 2 seconds. If you go for the uniform velocity, how it will be? If a body covers an equal distance in an equal intervals of time along particular direction. Here, see particular direction. So this word you must ensure, remember. Both looking same, but here the direction is considered. Here direction is not considered. Here, see if it is looking like a straight line. So here to here 1 minute 2 seconds, 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 initial to the final. So then this is a uniform speed and uniform velocity. Next one is variable or non-uniform speed. Okay, here this speed. So a body is said to be moving with non-uniform speed if it covers an unequal distance in equal intervals of time. Suppose if we take as like, so what they give in here, unequal distance in equal intervals means suppose this is 1 second I am taking, this is 1 second, this is also 1 second, this is also 1 second. Here, if it covers here the 2 meters, here the 3 meters, here the 4 meter, here the 5 meter, as like means unequal distance in equal intervals. So then we say there is a non-uniform speed. If you go for the variable or the non-uniform velocity. So a body is said to be moving with non-uniform speed if it covers unequal distance, see this, in equal intervals of time in a specific direction, or equal distance in the equal intervals of the time in a different directions. Okay, both the cases it will come. So here you want to remember that first case is if we take same in a 1 second only, here the 3 meters, here 1 second only 2 meters, here the 1 second only 4 meter, here also 1 second only is 3 meter. Okay, so one more case is also there. Here the two cases exist, that is here the B to A 1 second 3 meters, A to C means direction is changing. Okay, both the things you want to remember. Once I will explain this one, see. So non-uniform speed means, so a body is said to be moving with a non-uniform speed if it covers a unequal distance in equal intervals of time. That is called the non-uniform speed. If we go for the non-uniform velocity, Here the two definitions that you want to remember, that a body is said to be moving with non-uniform speed if it covers unequal distance in equal intervals of time in a specific direction, or equal distance in equal intervals of time in a different directions. Okay. So dear children, everybody must and should note down these definitions and examples also. Next topic is instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity. Means at particular moment, okay, if you are considering, so then we say that is instantaneous. Okay, so here the speed of a body at a particular instant of time. See, this instant of time means a particular time. So is called the instantaneous speed. So the best example is speedometer, means the speed guns. So on a road nowadays are using. Suppose, so when the crossing is there, you want to go with the 60 kilometers per hour. Okay. Suppose if you are going with more than that, then the speed gun will capture your vehicle number and it will give the chalana to your vehicle. Okay. So that's the best example. Here the speedometer of a vehicle measures the instantaneous speed. So that's the example. Next, instantaneous velocity. The velocity of a body moving with variable velocity at a particular instant of time. So is called the instantaneous velocity. So here that is average velocity equals to total distance by total time taken. Here average speed equals to total distance by total time taken. Okay. This is one more topic. Next topic is acceleration. Means that rate of change of the velocity is called the acceleration. Okay, we'll go for the ones definitely. With time is called the acceleration. Okay, so that acceleration means the principle. How we can find out the acceleration? Change in velocity by time taken for the change. How? Once I'll explain. See. This is one ball. Okay. Now I am holding as weight. Okay. Now it is at a rest position. Okay. If I leave this one, then it is moving from the upside to the downside. Suppose if you write as like here one ball is there. Okay. Now it is at 0 and 0 seconds. Here 1 second. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Okay, and when it is coming from the here to here, it will get the some speed. Okay, so means the rate of change of velocity. It is coming in this down direction, downside of this. Now here it's a 10 meters per second. Here the 20. Here the 30, here the 40, so next as later 50. It's a go on. Means each second is changing its velocity. So then we say that is acceleration. Rate of change of velocity with time is called acceleration. Okay, got an idea? Classification of the motion. Yeah, that is the based on a path and based on a velocity. So based on a path, that's one is so random, so translational, rotational, oscillating. Okay, so here based on velocity, uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So if we go for the random is suppose if you take the butterfly, okay, it will move here and there. Okay, so translational means a car is moving. As like means all the particles are projected. Okay. So next one is rotational. So best example is a ceiling fan. So to a fixed point. Okay. Surrounding that, it is moving. So for the oscillatory, so pendulum. So wall clock pendulum, it will move as like means from the rest position it will be to and fro both. Okay. Uniform motion you know, and non-uniform motion also you know. Okay. Once I go for the text. Yeah, for the random. So random motion having no specific path. So already I gave an example, that is a butterfly. So butterfly move here and there. So there is no particular path. So next one is translational. So for the translational, so here they given as like a motion in which all the particles of a moving body so describes the identical trajectory. So example is so motion of a car. In that once again the three types is there here. So you can see rectilinear. So next one is curvilinear. Next one is circular. So by the means by the name itself you can get an idea. So rectilinear, motion in a straight line. So curvilinear, so motion in a curved path. So circular, motion in a circular path. Next one is rotational. Already I given an example, that is a fan. So motion in a circular path about a fixed point, okay, or a fixed axis. So best example is a fan. Oscillatory. So here they given to and fro motion about its rest position. So example is motion of a swing, otherwise a pendulum. Okay. One more is there's a uniform motion. I think you know, no need to explain. And non-uniform motion. If a body travels unequal distance in equal intervals of the time, means already this one I explained. Okay. So this is the topic. So here first chapter is completed. So for your homework is that here the 11th question too. Up to 25 questions is a homework. If you have the time more, then you can complete up to the 28. Okay, all are the single word only, means one word answers only. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.